As we've reported, Hurricane Melissa hit Jamaica this afternoon as a Category 5 storm. It is one of the strongest hurricanes on record in the Atlantic. New at 5, meteorologist Christy Stewart looks at some of the others in Melissa's company.
Hurricane Melissa is now in the record books as one of the strongest hurricanes making its way through the Atlantic basin. It did make landfall as a very strong Category 5 hurricane earlier this afternoon around 1 p.m. Now, landfall is considered when the center of the eye makes its way onto land. So that happened around New Hope in Jamaica around 1 p.m. today. As it made landfall, it had sustained winds of 185 miles per hour, and it did have a central pressure of 892 millibars. Now, that very low pressure that puts Melissa tied for third place for the most intense hurricanes on record in the Atlantic basin with that 892 millibar pressure. Now, when we have storms that have that very low pressure, that means that there's a very tight pressure gradient, and that allows the winds within those storms to get very strong. So as far as the wind speeds, with Melissa having those peak wind speeds of 185 mile per hour sustained winds, that ties Melissa with second place in the top 5 of strongest hurricanes in the Atlantic basin. So this is definitely one that is going to be making it in the record books, unfortunately unfolding a lot of devastation across Jamaica.
Yeah, and we still don't even know what the extent of all that devastation is in that part of Jamaica. We've seen reports coming in out of Kingston. That's where this Jamaica symbol is right here over the island, because there still is some communication coming out of there. But the western side of the island, haven't seen a lot of information yet. When you have winds of a storm that are coming on land at around 185 miles an hour near the center of the storm, you're not going to get information. Montego Bay getting hit really hard right now as winds are screaming in out of the north as the storm is starting to go back over the water. It'll maintain its strength likely as a Category 4 storm heading towards Cuba. Here's a 5 o'clock advisory. It has winds at 145 miles an hour right now. It'll keep winds at 140 miles an hour as it moves into eastern Cuba. The storm will weaken and quickly race to the north, heading out to sea. Bermuda will get grazed by some of the wind, but they should be okay as the storm will be fast moving. They won't get a lot of rain out of it, but they will get some stronger winds. Likely Thursday night, and then by Friday afternoon, the storm is long gone. No threat for us here across our area. So here's a look at the storm once again. Making landfall as a Category 5 storm. Now the storm is over the northern parts of Jamaica, past Montego Bay, but look at how the wind is swirling around that area. So you get those strong onshore winds as the storm is fleeting or leaving northern parts of Jamaica and heading back into the open water. And then for spots where it made close to landfall, there's a larger community here, one of the largest ones in this part of the southern areas of Jamaica, the Black River community. It is part of the longest river that goes through Jamaica all the way into the upper elevations here. So that area has seen significant flooding from that. 1, 2, it had the storm surge, and 3, it also had the strongest winds. And this whole community is flat. It's a flat area with a lot of farmland, and then you go several miles inland and then you hit the upper elevation. So that community really took the brunt of this storm. I'm not sure how that community looks right now.